Okay, I thought I'd show you what I'm doing here for my outdoor railway. I'm going to be working on the T1 at night, and during the day I'm going to be working on the layout. What you're looking at here is I've got 6 urethane molds for the viaducts, and these are the columns. You can see in there, I hope, it mimics blocks of split block. I've got 6 of those, which I'll pour at the same time I pour. Now here's the larger one, the straight one, and then I have a curved one there also, molds for, I'm just going to use regular sackcrete. I'm going to try that and see how it does. And then I was going to, here's where the layout is going. 160 feet, dual track. And I was going to come in here and pour the whole roadbed. But that was going to take 7.5 yards, so I decided to narrow the roadbed, and this is the curved mold. And the reason I made it like this is it has to be reversible for both right and left turns. Plus, one side of the form right here has to be, on either side, has to be removable, because once I pour one, then I just hang it on the previous pad, and then I continue, and then of course there's the other form. So both of these end forms will be in there on the first pour, and then after that I'll only use one, depending on whether I'm going right or left. And I have these the blocks on the top right there just to keep it square. These are 15 degrees and 20 inches wide. So I'll have about I don't know, 4 inches on either side of the viaduct. Then what I'm going to do when I pour the pads as I go, I hope to pour one of these a day or every 2 days, and then I'm going to come back and pour the viaducts, and it's going to go around here, kidney shaped, like I say, 160 feet, all viaduct, and that's what I'm going to be doing. I just thought I'd let you know. I might even pour one of these today. It seems like it's going to be a perfect day for pouring concrete. And I'll go ahead and grade it as I go. I have a tractor, but I'm not very good at driving a tractor, so it was hard for me. What you see here, this area between the stakes, I did that by hand after getting it close with the tractor. So when I continue around and it's a little rough, then I'll use the tractor and a shovel to level it. And doing it one pad at a time, that gives me a chance to correct if I get off or something. Had I poured it all at once, my gosh, if there was a mistake, it'd really get me in trouble. Plus, pouring these pads, it's going to cost me in concrete, about $370, including the $70 delivery. And had I poured this, my gosh, to have guys come in there, and of course I was going to form it, it still cost about $2,000. So I'm saving some money by doing it this way. Plus I can take my time. But that's what I'm going to be doing. Oh, and this is my vibrating table right here. I have 2 vibrating sanders, one on this side and one on the other. I haven't got the springs in here, but this is sitting on springs. And then I'll set one of these on there when it's poured at a time and vibrate it and get all the air out of it. Now I have, for the large ones, I have one of those dowel type handheld battery powered vibrators for that. Because these uprights here, the viaducts right there, are going to weigh 195 pounds apiece. And I have a crane system right here. You can see it's an adapted medical person mover. So it has a capacity of 300 pounds, hydraulically operated, and I'll be lifting and setting that down, and then with that, and I'll be rolling that on pieces of plywood on either side of the roadbed. So that's what I'm doing, and I'm going to start on it today. Hopefully in 5 or 6 months I'll have maybe a little longer than that, ready for the track, says me. So there you go.